My Gavanen Melonin, and well met indeed. I am Arakia Galadirthan, and welcome back to Dac Middle-earth as we continue on as Dunland. It is episode whatever it is, 9 I think maybe. And of course we are now on the final 2 turns before the script concludes. We need to take 2 regions. And these are the 2 that we are trying to take back. So we're trying to reclaim Dunland, which we will hopefully will be able to do. We're going to have to attack them, but... Or I hope that they might rise up. I'm hoping that they will rise up, because I think we can beat them if they rise up. And then, of course, we have to defeat Bregnas. Now, we can't attack Bregnas straight away. We are on the turn where we've just maintained the siege. We are being besieged at Foldberg, which we will be able to hold. That's not a problem. But the real problem, and the reason why the script might fail, is this fellow. Captain Halthor. I can't beat Halthor. So I've been humming and hawing since the last episode about whether or not... No, right, that is right. That is the correct pronunciation. Everyone drops the H's. I've been wondering about whether or not we should just cheat win that one, so that we can at least show you what happens under the quote-unquote ideal way the script concludes. Many of you have said you don't mind if I cheated to get to the 8 turns, and I really haven't wanted to at all. But this fellow is coming has just been so inopportune. If he doesn't attack me, then it's a moot point. But if he does, we're going to lose Tharbad, and we're going to lose the region requirement, because we're already hanging on by the skin of our teeth. All we can do is end the turn and hope. Right, something I've also done. Oh, no. Oh, it doesn't matter then. It doesn't matter. They're going to take Eisenberg. Unless we can defeat Foldberg and come over and get it. Oh, no, hang on. I forgot about the defenders. I forgot that it gets defenders. No, we'll be all right. We'll be all right. All right, Leif win. Oh, yeah, no, that's an easy win. Sorry, yeah. No, ignore that. We're going to have to fight it, though. But number 1. Battle at number 1. Right, so I think I was going to say, number 1, I had a look at the change log for the modding team. And there isn't really anything of note to mention at the moment. Just bug fixes, tidying things up. Oh, and also, apologies if the camera's a little stuttery. The computer is currently uploading a video, and for whatever reason, it does not like recording. NVIDIA never had a problem, but OBS doesn't like recording when the computer's uploading something to... I don't know why, but it just doesn't. Anyway, I had a look at the changelog, and there isn't really anything of note to mention, as I say. Just a few bug fixes and a few polishing here and there. Nothing worthy of mentioning in a video. So there's nothing about Dac that I can advise you on, I'm afraid. But the other point, and I've been, again, I don't really know how to say this without just being outright rude, but I looked back through the Discord, the Dac Discord. I still have access to all the beta channels. And I had a look back and saw any discussion I could find about Dunland. And all I could find were 2 people. Carnage, whose name is VPLXRYZ, some nonsense gibberish consonants in a row. Anyway, his name is Carnage, really. He gave feedback on Dunland, and then someone else as well, whose name I can't recall, but I did see an interesting comment whereby he described himself as a legend of Medieval 2. And basically, so the feedback the team has received, from what I can tell, comes from these 2 people. And I mentioned in the last few episodes about how Link said that the beta testers who've had success with Dunland did so by taking Enid Wythe. Well, Carnage didn't just take Enid Wythe. He didn't just claim his 8 regions from them. He had defeated Enid Wythe by turn 40. And then he pushed into Rohan then. So, in essence, if I just try and not sugarcoat this at all... Pushing into Enid Wythe is possible if you do nothing but min-max your game, and your enjoyment for the game comes from making sure that absolutely everything you do is perfect. And that's why I think that's fatally flawed, because Carnage represents maybe the top 1% of players in the game. He is able to defeat Rohan's stacks with 100 men, for example. Like, I would say he cheeses the game. He would say he min-maxes the game. And that's fine. I mean, that's that's excellent that he's able to do that. His skill level is very high. That's brilliant. More power to him for his abilities in the game. But he represents a minute portion of the player base. How many of you can defeat Enid Wythe as Dunland by turn 40? Like, do me a favour. Like, I appreciate I am not very good, and Carnage very strongly feels that. If you are watching Carnage, I've read a lot of your comments, and good God, do you dislike my abilities. You don't need to be so brazen about it. But anyway, by the by, there's always people that hate you. You just have to move on. But Carnage is outrageously good at this game. I am not fantastic at this game, but I'm still better than average. And if I'm struggling to play this in the way it's supposed to be played, something is wrong, and most of the people are going to hate it. And I speak from that point of view. As a modder for years, if you're putting as much work as Lord of Links has put into Dunland, if you are giving it as much as he's given it, you want people to play it. And if it is currently as hard as it is, no one's going to play it. So, now the only grey area in that is maybe, as Dunland, you can take your 8 regions from Enedwaith without actually defeating them. And I should just caveat, Carnage, just to give you an idea of how Carnage plays, he doesn't actually defeat Enedwaith. He gets them down to 3 regions and leaves them at that, so he doesn't have to face their last stand stack, and then he moves on. But you might be able to get your 8 regions from Enedwaith, just like your actual 8 regions from Enedwaith, without defeating them, and then turn on Rohan from there. And that area is a grey area. That I don't know. I don't know what happens if you just get your 8 regions, so you just take enough from Enedwaith to give yourself 8, thus moving the script along, and then try and defeat Rohan and Enedwaith together. In essence, Rohan didn't attack him very much, so again, it's just all a dice roll. So the problem of Dunyard bordering Rohan just wasn't an issue because they barely attacked him. And when they did, he just held them in Dunyard. So them walking up to Beirig, they don't actually go past Dunyard. They walk past it and just come back again. So read into that as you will. This one's proving like it might actually be a challenge, and we might not win because these Yawling Spearmen are beating us. I need you guys to win. Because they're going to be needed. And General, don't die. Oh, bugger. Bugger. They're down to 30. You have to win. You have to win. You have to win. Come on, get them to run. Who's their general? The Ballaster crew is the general. Oh, dear. They're wavering. They're wavering.
We've lost half of our men.
Yeah, we have, but just the mere presence of another unit, I was hoping might shake them. Go on, push back, push back. They've done wonders. They've been melted. I don't think we're going to win this, you know. We've lost half before they've lost half. Yawling Spearman. Yawling Spearman, how good are you? 4 attack, 13 defense. 6 attack, 14 defense. Why have you lost to them? Those peasant militia haven't routed either. So, in essence, what I'm trying to say is that the feedback the team has received has been from the players who are just goated at the game. They min-max everything. No faction is a challenge. Everything is a doddle. And they've reported back exactly that. The campaign is a doddle. Because they're outrageously good at the game. So, of course, they're going to say that. So, I think that's just fundamentally flawed. Personally. We might be able to... happily take the cheesy AI. So, again, it looks like they're not going to do anything. Oh, no, the Ballaster crew's moving up. Oh, no, here they come. Here they come. Here they come. Right, they'll defeat the peasant militia, no trouble. Let's flank the peasant militia. What's the Ballaster crew going to do?
The battle is very much in our favour. Victory will be ours.
Oh, no, the Yawling Spearmen came for them. Oh, go on, boys. You're fairly unknackered. Oh, and they're wavering. They're broken. They're broken. Go on, peasant militia. Off you go as well. Go on.
The battle is very much
we might win it now. We might win it. They've thrown away their advantage. Yeah, so read into that as you will. I don't mind that Dunland is hard. I don't mind that it is hard. It's good that it is challenging. It's nice that there are hard factions. I just worry that if I've struggled as much as I have, and it seems very likely I'm not going to get the 8 regions, that most people that play Dunland are going to be in the same boat. Because if I am above average, thereby that means that the majority of the player base, thereby being average and lower, will struggle with this and they won't play it. So people aren't going to enjoy Dunland. Also, bear in mind that at the moment, if I may be so bold, I am still the most watched Divide and Conquer YouTuber. Izzy's obviously a close second, but I don't think he's played Dunland. And his views are arguably eclipse my own, actually. But I don't think he's played Dunland. So at the moment, everyone who's going to play Divide and Conquer and play Dunland that's seen something about them will have just seen me saying how difficult it is. Which I appreciate is a sort of self-fulfilling prophecy. It might not be this hard. This might have just been a really unlucky roll of the dice in this particular round. We may never know. Are they going to try and shoot him? It's a bit of a gamble, but what I'm thinking of doing is maybe attacking the Ballister crew. Oh no, we're almost at the end. No. Right, I'll cut this out then, and we'll just cheese it. Well, not cheese it, but they attacked us. The timer's very much against them. We're going to use the game's mechanics against them. I know on the one hand I'm moaning that Carnage is min-maxing, on the other hand here I am cheesing, but I'm not moaning that he's min-maxing, I'm just explaining how he plays. He plays to that ultimate, I must be as efficient as possible at all times. So of course he would find it easy, and I just don't think thereby his feedback should be seen. That is very much a problem, apologies I haven't cut it yet, but that's very much a problem that I also saw when I was the head of Dac, is that the people that want to beta test it, generally speaking, are the biggest fans. And there's the Venn diagram of biggest fans and people who have played Medieval 2 an awful lot overlaps a great deal. So beta testers would often be some of the better players in the community. So it was very difficult to take their feedback because you'd see them saying that a campaign is middling to hard or easy to middling. And then you'd release Dac and you'd get a slew of comments saying this nation is impossible. I see it all the time with my faction overviews, for example. In the faction overviews, I gave a quasi-difficulty rating. And in many cases, I rated things quite simple, because even to my mind, they were simple. Even to my average player mind, they were simple. And yet, even today, just this week, I've had 5 comments on the old faction overviews for 4.5. And almost all of them are people saying, you've said this campaign is much easier than it actually is. And so I think people like Carnage are just disconnected from the community. He's not able to think, hold on, I'm really good at the game, so I should caveat what I'm saying by saying, I'm really good at the game, and I just trashed everyone around me. Basically, and I know it sounds harsh, but Carnage's feedback is in essence useless, because no matter what nation he plays, he's going to win. So the feedback from him is very difficult to take on board. And similarly, this other fellow who just concurs with Carnage and also had basically won the game by turn 60. Like, they were at the point where they owned all of Enedwythe, all of Dunland. They'd pushed through Foldberg by turn 60. It's like, what's the point carrying on? You're now just finishing the script because you've never played the script before. But no nation in the game is now going to beat you. So like, you reach that point really early. But anyway, it's difficult to take their feedback on board. It's the same thing you see in any game. Taking the feedback from the pros just causes havoc in the community. In Apex Legends recently, the pros moaned non-stop about a certain gun, so the devs nerfed it. And then the 99% of the player base, everyone else, has just complained non-stop about this gun being nerfed. And it's exactly the same thing. If you act on what the professional players or the best players say, you're just going to ruin the game from the majority of people. So that would be my point. It's very difficult to come across. I know it sounds like I'm just whining and moaning, and it's because I'm not articulating it very well. But I don't mind that Dunland is hard. I'm concerned that you are very much led to believe that you have to attack Rohan as Dunland, but actually that is more challenging than anything you've been told up to that point would have you believe. And I think people are going to be really caught off guard at how difficult this is. And it's just going to mean that no one's going to like Dunland. That's the point I'm trying to get across. I don't mind that Dunland's hard, and if I was playing this on my own, I'd just accept that I didn't get 60 regions, or 8 regions, or whatever, and I'd just see what happens next. I'd just enjoy it, and I'd like to do that, to be honest, but so many of you have said you want to see the actual outcome, like what actually happens if you complete the script, that I feel like if this Starbad army does attack me, I should cheat win it so that we can actually win it. If we're at the point by then, for example, that we have actually beaten these two, then I think we should. But this battle is the one that's just not going to go well at all. Eamon, oh god, no, yeah, we're just not going to win this. I want to go into it with hope, but my skills are just not enough. We don't have any anti-cavalry, and Eamon's army is all cavalry. We can try and camp in the corner, but we don't have any stakes either. He's got swordsmen as well. And how outnumbered are we? Oh, we're not actually that outnumbered because of the cavalry numbers. We just have to try. All we can do is try.
We march into battle.
No, I think what I am going to do, and I'm sorry, but it's just it aligns with my worldview. And that is that if we don't get our 8 regions, I'm just going to roll with it. We're just going to then see what the script does. See if it's then able to survive after that point. If after, say, 20 turns after that, we get to a point where we realise that by what we have done has then led to our defeat, then maybe we'll consider restarting and blitzing it. I don't know. There's nothing wrong with restarting, I suppose, but if I can avoid that, I will. But anyway, there we are. That's my thoughts on the feedback. And I'm sorry that I don't have anything more about the mod to say. I'm really hoping that version 5 releases soon. I really am. I'd really hoped that when we brought on all the team members that it would just like rush it over the finish line, but it just hasn't really gone that way.
The enemy are bringing in reinforcements.
Unfortunately. Right. It's so demoralizing when you know you're going to have to just accept that you're going to be charged. It's when you don't have any anti-cavalry, you just think, oh god. Like, yeah, they're a spear unit, but even spear units don't like being charged head on. We're going to go to the corner and just see if we can do something from the corner. I'm not really sure what yet. Their reinforcements coming from down there as expected. Over here we get at least a little bit of a hill advantage. They've got archers as well, haven't they? So I just don't know how. The only way we can win this is if we can lock down their cavalry and get it killed off, but I just don't think we're going to be able to. And even once we're done with the cavalry, like, we're just so outnumbered. We are so outnumbered. We needed siege really to hit Pregnas. We needed to hope Eamund wouldn't do this, but alas. Alas and alack. You're coming for my cavalry, aren't you? I think you should stand out wide and then you can, if they charge it, you can just charge back and try and deal with any cavalry out on the side there. Bodyguards coming in. There are 190 Dunlanding raiders. And
the tide of battle seems to have turned against us. We must act and halt this turn of events.
Oh, the heavy music is hitting off. Oh, look, those archers are on. Oh, brilliant. Frekka's unit is woefully outclassed by the.
Our general lies slain
For
upon
God's
the battlefield.
sake. How have you died, Frekka? Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, now it's over. I have absolutely no words. I haven't done anything there to have him killed. No, I mean, it's over, isn't it?
We've lost half of our men.
Everyone's routing.
This defeat is a bitter drop to swallow.
68 men they lost. I'm absolutely speechless at that. I just can't believe how he died in an instant. I mean, I don't think we were going to win that anyway, to be honest. We're clutching at straws trying to get these regions. So no, we're going to have to see what happens when Isengard rises up. We're going to lose Tharbad as well, so we're going to have to pull back to Dunland. We've lost Frekka now, so even if we get Edoras, we won't get whatever the Easter egg is. I don't think we're going to get Edoras, though, to be honest. Oh, and he did attack. And interestingly, Dunland didn't rise up. That's interesting indeed. Well, we shall fight to the bitter end. We shall fight like our lives depend on it. For they do, because we're now being defeated by everyone around us. Yeah, I just don't. I know lots of you have commented, and when I've said like, what would you have done differently? How would you have played this differently? I'm interested in your thoughts. And to be honest, most people have said, other than the odd battle which I lost unnecessarily, like, and even then it was only 1 or 2 people have pointed out. Generally speaking, almost everyone has concurred with this is what they would do, which again leads into my point of how disconnected the top players are from the rest of us. With almost all of you saying, "Yeah, I would have just gone for Rohan." Go on, destroy the ram. They're not going to destroy the ram. And this wall has a silly feature whereby it's protected. If you can't destroy the ram before it gets to the wall, you'll never destroy it.
Curses! The enemy have ladders at the walls.
Here is a Dunland army made up mostly of bandits and crap, but there are some good units at the back, obviously. There's the new Cardland Sentinel visuals. Oh, that looks very nice indeed. That is much crisper than the old model. That is a very nice looking unit. I like that a lot. And the shield. Oh, and the shield's a win as well. That's fantastic. Why aren't we playing as them?
Blast their eyes! The enemy's ram is through
And then,
gates.
oh yeah, the Journeyman. We've seen Journeyman before. Journeyman, for some reason, the captain of this army. The worst unit in the army is the captain.
The enemy have the walls. Look to our defense or all will be lost.
10% of them have died. And we got the Brennan's Guard fighting. They remind me of Skyrim, they do. They all, every time I look at them, and they remind me of mods for Skyrim. Particularly the Guard Overhaul mods and anything made by the fella that made those. Dunedain Rangers are in here. Oh, they're getting shot by their own teammates, though. Dunedain Rangers out there. Dunedain Rangers there. You can push forward, that's fine, Clan Spearmen. Go on. Enid Wife might take this though, with the Dunedain getting it. But no, we'll just roll up our sleeves and prepare for Isengard. Let's see what happens when Isengard rises up and how they play. I wonder if Rohan will just crush them. Something else that the only thing I stand by is that Rohan just shouldn't get as many troops at the start. Either their starting garrison should be gutted and then the script should add more troops to them if the player isn't Dunland, or indeed they should just lose the auto-expansion troops that they get. Obviously give them the auto-expansion regions, but don't give them as many troops. Those would be the 2 things I would say. Because something else that I think I'll remember after all these battles, I'll remember to show it, is if we toggle Fog of War, I think Rohan actually owns Dol Guldur at the moment. The region of Dol Guldur, I'm fairly certain Rohan have taken. So to put it into perspective for how strong Rohan are when Isengard isn't around, I think that's more than you need to know. That's all that you need to know, really. It just speaks to... It just disappoints me. Watching as the old mod leader from outside looking in, I just think that even if you think this campaign is fine as it is, there are still some things that could be tweaked. Some minor points here and there that could be tweaked with this campaign. And it just screams to me that the campaign hasn't really been tested beyond these 2 reports from people who are very good at the game. And please do correct me if I'm wrong if you have more reports. But at the moment, it just seems like the beta testers haven't tested Dunland. I don't know. Like, there must be more than just 2 people saying, "Oh yeah, it's a doddle. That'll be fine. Release it as it is." Like, surely. I don't know. There must be some beta testers who have played this and struggled. But I searched back for as far as I could for anything Dunland related, and I couldn't find anything.
Your will, my lord. By your command.
Interesting that they didn't attack in Dunland.
We'll
All right. Are we still losing money hand over fist? Yes, we are. There's another fun fact for you. We're losing money like it's going out of fashion. Right, Yagthak and Glirhuin, let's not have you die in the arse end of nowhere.
Yes.
So let's get you out then. So good luck, Foldberg. You might as well build that. We won't. Doesn't even send us back into the black. Do we destroy the buildings there, given that we're about to lose it? Yeah, I think so. We don't want Isengard to have all of these. I could regret this. Isengard might not take these regions. But I don't actually know what happens when Isengard comes. I should say that. I don't categorically know what happens. But to my knowledge, Isengard gets auto attacks into all these regions and will take them all. So we'll have to wait and see. Now, obviously, we haven't actually lost yet.
Yes, 'tis good to see you, my
And
friend.
have you got any
How
money?
can
You're
we-
well off. Yeah, go on. Argon's no use to me. That's just going to fall, isn't it? So, how about you give me some money for it?
I do not believe I'm
No.
another proposition.
So wait till next
Well,
turn
that
because I
seemed
can't give them any
fruitful.
money to reset the system.
Farewell.
All right, let's see what happens then. Oh, we might as well keep... Yeah, we'll keep sieging them as long as we're able. It's a shame that we lost Frecker, because that means the script won't... But then as far as I understand, that part of the script now might not work anyway. I'm not sure. But you're about to see what happens when you fail getting the regions in time. I don't know. I just feel a little vindicated. Not vindicated is the wrong word because it hasn't come to pass yet. But I don't think I've actually done all that much wrong. All right, I shouldn't have built Mason's Halls at the beginning, but we're really nitpicking minor things. I pushed south. I held Eisenrun for as long as I could. Reinforced my armies where I was able. I claimed the rebel regions all around me. I allied the Misty Mountains. I allied Enedwythe. I had to give Enedwythe a region to ally them, which is the downside, because then I would have had my 8 regions. So that's a bit of a pain.
Yes, my lord.
But otherwise, I really do feel like I've just generally done what should be done. I've played it the right way.
Go no further, my lord.
And yeah, this is where we're going to find out that maybe the script is broken and Isengard aren't going to rise up. But no, now it's turn 60, so let's see. Yeah, and I've just been steamrolled by Rohan. Oh, that's what we're going to do. Yeah, let's just double check. Someone mentioned about Dol Guldur, and I didn't believe it, but... Oh, no, it's not Dol Guldur they've got, but they have crossed the river and they've got Dor Norhak and Dantalad. Holy hellfire. Rohan are just crapping on everyone. Look how big they are. And then not to mention the armies that they've got, that they had swanning around in Western Enedwythe. Enedwythe has now come down to Swat. Oh, Gund isn't a village anymore. I mean, they've got this fellow here. Bregnas now has a mighty garrison. Our force will be able to hold Dunyard now. But we don't earn any money anymore. We are now losing money considerably.
Yes.
Although one of you can go and become governor.
Orders.
You might be able to come down and lead that
tomorrow.
army as well. Let's turn off the fog of war and let's see it then. So this should be it. Isengard should rise. Oh no, we're going to win that. Do we want to win this? Yeah, what the hell? How long into it are we? Yeah, no, we're all right. Go on then.
Yes, my lord. Preparing the
I don't
men
mind
to
that I'm going to
attack.
show you what happens when you fail, because it's probably something that many of you won't see. Because one of the outcomes of this campaign being a bit of a challenge for me is that now you're all going to think, right, we need to attack
For the
Enedwythe
moment,
first
the
to make
fortune
sure
of
that we get
battle
our 8
goes our
regions.
way.
So you're not actually
Fate
going to see what
remains
happens
as
when you
such.
fail. So in many ways, I am still showing you what happens with the script, just perhaps not in the way that many of you might have expected. I stand by that. That's the sound thinking, isn't it? That's sound reasoning. I'm enjoying it still. That's the point. I don't mind. That's why I keep trying to desperately say, but it just sounds like I'm doing the classic but response. You see all the time, like the classic example is racism, isn't it? I'm not racist, but it's like I'm not moaning, but I am moaning. But I'm not trying to. I am enjoying it, and as I say, if this was my own campaign, I wouldn't give a hoot. I wouldn't give a damn that I'm losing. It's just fun. I'm just enjoying it. I'll just keep playing. I'll just do whatever needs to be done. To get as far as I'm able to. That's always the problem with YouTube. It's always in the back of your head. You've got this voice in your head saying you must be entertaining, you must be entertaining, you must be entertaining. And it lines up in this very way where you think like, oh god, if I don't do very well, people are going to hate this. No one's going to watch. Oh, don't throw your stones yet. No. Wait till they come through.
The enemy are battering down the gates.
And then you've got a perfect little stones throwing area there. This is going to just be a massacre, I think. Rohirrim archers will give
The
us a bit of
enemy's
grief.
ram has breached the gates. The enemy have the walls. Look to our defense or all will be lost. The battle is very much in our favor. Victory will be ours.
I imagine we are massacring 25% of them at time. Go on, get your stones in there. Now you can fire at will, I suppose.
Our men have slain the enemy. The
Yeah,
enemy
that
are
was
badly
just
bloodied.
outrageous.
They have lost half their
That
men.
is outrageous. Oh, how are you dying? Oh, come off it, you
The
stupid...
enemy army flees
Oh,
the
for
field.
God's
Pursue and
sake.
run them down.
The Rohirrim archers, whilst dying all around them,
This is a clear
managed to
victory.
shoot half of our stone throwers down. Every time that I worry that I've cheesed the game, even slightly, like in that battle in this very episode that I ended up not cutting out with the Ballaster, where they just sat there and did nothing and we ended up winning. Every time I think I've slightly cheesed it a little bit, the AI does something like that, and I'm reminded that in battles, there's things that they get that it doesn't matter if you've fought back in the same way. If you give as good as you're able.
We are victorious.
Oh, they've come to support Dunland. I want to see what happens with Isengard. I don't really want to fight this one at the moment. So I'm going to withdraw.
We should withdraw.
Oh, they pushed in for you. Just auto and run back to them. Yeah.
We need to scatter the men.
We need to scatter the men.
The enemy lays siege to our people.
Oh, now we can't sell Anadwyth Argond. Oh well, they're going to get Argond as well. That's right. That's north of the river, and it makes 100. It doesn't even make any money because the garrison costs more than the city. So that's okay. All right, Isengard's turn's coming up, and nothing happened. All right, we'll give it another end turn. Let's see. Isengard's still not rising up.
Your orders, my lord.
Assembling
Hello,
a
Stibba.
mighty host.
All right, well, if Isengard aren't rising up, let's just get back to it. I think we should be able to kill this fellow, should be able to kill that fellow, and then we'll be able to siege it. Interestingly, that the AI does the weirdest things. We retreated, so we ran back round. They then raised the garrison and marched on that one general coming in on the side. How is that in any way useful to you, Rohan? What are you going to do with that fella dead? But I don't know. I'm not them, so. Right. Pike line will advance. Hopefully not under fire. We've got all of you fellows to move up as well. Access. And we've got some cavalry, but they won't do anything anyway. Right, I wonder if they will attack us. So let's just position ourselves in preparation that they might move on us. And then otherwise we'll just sprint at them. Oh no, yeah, they've come for us. Oh, they're going for the cavalry. Well, charge back. Yeah, no, they're coming. They're coming, they're coming. Oh, you're not on fire at will.
Without him, his troops will lose their will to fight.
Oh, we finally got a nice little change of fortune, and their general for once died immediately.
The battle is very much in our favor. Victory will be ours.
Javelins, lovely. Stone throwers, lovely. Right, fortunately this one is going to be an easy win because their general's dead. They've made a cataclysmic error, and we've got the high ground. They'll all just run away as soon as we get to them, I think. Helmingus have been gutted. Our general's firing. Get the cavalry out. I did try and tell you to run away. Oh, the peasant scouts are coming back. You help hit those yawning spearmen.
If we continue like this,
They're
we
surrounded.
will smash the enemy.
They're surrounded. Enemy general's fallen. Yagthak won't get killed by the town. We lost Freka, but I find a harder way to describe it other than I don't really care if we don't get whatever Easter egg it is. I think Freka maybe just gets a better bodyguard. I mean, I don't know. I can just ask the team and tell you what happens. But then equally, it's probably better if you find out on your own. It's an Easter egg. They want it to be a surprise. So maybe me showing you isn't the best way. I don't know. But Freka's dead now, so it doesn't make any odds. And I'm not going to reload it. I have stuck to my guns. I haven't reloaded any saves. We haven't save scummed. We have fought to the last. Are they all running away? Yeah, they are. Well, they are. They are. Right, speed it up. We're just waiting for this lot to die here. They're surrounded. They should die fairly quickly, I would hope. As the rest of our army mops up everyone else. Riddermark Axemen fighting to the death. Oh, that means something's still fighting because they're dead. Oh, there we are.
This is a clear victory.
286 lost there. I'm not worried about who's got a golden sword or anything. I just want to see what happens when Isengard attacks. That's the next stage on the journey now. I thought it would happen at turn 60. We didn't get a message to say we haven't conquered the requisite regions. Now I'm acting as a beta tester. Are we, in fact, going to find out that there is no negative? Oh, that would not come amiss. But no, we can't let Rohan have troops. Although they were pretty crappy troops.
We have triumphed.
Swefrid.
Yes,
oh, Swefrid, you've caused such grief to my people. This is a delightful, cathartic experience. I will gladly wipe you out, Swefrid. We're going to surround him with pikes and we're going to bring him down. I need nothing but pikes. Oh, and Yagthak, actually. Yagthak will do a wonderful job. Pike line, move forward. Is he going to come towards us or is he going to let us walk towards him? He might let us walk towards him. Right, well, walk forwards. Tentatively. Tentatively. Right, we're getting close now. He's letting us get very close. I want to try and protect our general. Yes, yes. Oh, Swefrid, you beautiful, beautiful moron. Yagthak, you may open fire. Bring him down. Crossbows at the ready. Stand. Oh, we're killing our own men. Oh, why are you doing arcing shots? Oh, come over here then. Oh, he moved in. Oh, that was dull. That wasn't exciting at all, Swefrid.
The battle is very much in our favour. Victory will be ours.
Most anticlimactic indeed.
Our men have slain the
Oh,
enemy
Swefrid's dead.
general. Behold,
Yes.
how awed
28
by the
men we ended up
victory
losing.
We have won here today.
How many of them killed by our own team? Oh, none. 19 long spears just died. Those Rohan bodyguards are outrageous. He caught them just as they were getting in to block him. That means that their bodyguard number is about 28, doesn't it? That means they killed one for one. Every man killed someone before they died. Roughly, anyway. Anyway, Swefrid's gone. That's pleasing to me. Swefrid has been such a bane to our nation. And then the morons have left Dunland unguarded. But can we actually get to it in a turn? No, we can't. We can get to it on the next turn. That's fine. You've made it to Dunland.
My lord, this had best be worth our time.
What? That is all generous. Are you joking me? Why did you come to war with me then? Oh, for God's sake.
It's good laying in wait for the enemy. Until we meet again.
That just...
Orders.
That just makes no sense to me. Why did you attack me if you really, really, really wanted a ceasefire? What? Player bias much? Jesus. Oh, and he's not free because we don't have a meeting hall. How much money do you make in there? It makes about 100, and how much do you cost? 259.
We
go in the
no
fort.
further, my lord.
Captain Eadmod. Now, Eadmod, let's see what happens. But now we go. Oh, we're going to be attacked in Foldberg again. Wipe it out. Let's just gut it. Same as we did with Eisenrun. Well, I mean, we'll hold Foldberg. That's why I've kept the militia garrison. But if it's just going to go backwards and forwards like that.
Yes, my lord.
Oh, Dunland. Dunland can now build its meeting hall. So go back. Go
Your
back.
orders, my lord.
Now you're a
We shall
blessing.
continue tomorrow.
Communal farming. Well, we've gone from 6 regions to 4 very rapidly. We've been attacked in Foldberg again. Oh, I just don't want to fight that one. We're gonna win it. We know we're gonna win it. I'm just gonna auto win it. I'm sorry. I just want to see what happens with Isengard. 97 we lost. That's way more than we would really if we fought that ourselves. That was actually worse. Cheating was worse than actually fighting it. As proven by our previous defense of Foldberg, where we only lost 50 something. Disgraceful. But I'll take that. I don't feel like that's I don't feel like that then is cheating. The auto resolve's so risky. The way we actually would fight it, we'd win a battle like that. So I'm happy with that. But many of you might moan. But to my mind, I just don't think of it that. But I mean, it's a single player game. Do I like? But to my mind, I don't see that as cheating. Aha! There we go. Here comes Isengard. Don't tell me Eisenrun is the only expansion they do. Or are you going to crash? How are we playing this? Oh no, he's moving. He is moving. The biggest difference now is that Isengard's AI has been turned on. So previously their AI is set to passive. It's a feature that Med 2 allows, whereby they won't do anything other than defend themselves. Ah, we should have destroyed the... We should have destroyed the militia garrison as well. But then the militia garrison allowed us to win against Rohan. But then it doesn't matter if I cheated or not, actually, because Rohan would have lost it to Isengard anyway. So in many ways, we should have lost it. Now that Isengard are coming back, we should have lost it. It would have been in our interests. Oh, that's interesting. Rohan defeated the Isengard spawn that's supposed to take Ginyard. And we wonder if Rohan perhaps isn't too good in this iteration of the game. They've just defeated the army you deliberately created to take every town from them. I can't help but feel that maybe that's a little bit of an issue. So Isengard have actually only claimed Eisenrun and Foldberg. And that seems to be it. Hopefully we get a script message. Yes, there we go. 15 years have passed and we failed to impress Saruman. Dunland withers as we are eclipsed by our foes. Our leaders have failed us and are cursed and damned by the people. Yagthak is cursed many times over. And some people claim that he was not a true descendant and that our misfortunes are a punishment for trusting in a false king. Saruman has marched forward with his plans and even now his own legions of Uruk-hai march against Rohan. While he claims he bears no grudge, it is clear we have fallen out of his favour and no further support will come from his quarter. We appear doomed to fade and be crushed by other powers. If only we could start over. Perhaps if we knew the consequences, it would have motivated our people to fight harder. Or perhaps there is still hope. If our leaders truly wish to redeem themselves, perhaps a truly desperate gamble is needed. Perhaps since Saruman has abandoned us, it is time for Dunland to march against him. It is either that or to face a slow decline without hope. For Dunland, for the line of Wolf. Although you have failed to impress Saruman, the script can be continued if you march against the White Wizard and declare war on Isengard. Oh, they lost the Hornburg, though, actually. That's interesting. Let's see the extent of what they get in that script, then. Oh, so they do get a fair few. They get Hornburg, Foldberg, Eisenrun, and Derwath. And, of course, they already have Isengard. So Rohan is now going to be dismayed. Oh, I've never seen a betrayed message before. It's interesting. I assume it means you have to defeat Isengard. So basically, the script, I assume, the next stage of the script now carries on if we capture Isengard.
Yes.
So that has got to be our next step. We have a neutrality, Dunedain. Kindly sod off and
yes, my lord.
Uphold it. Right, let's capture Dunyard and then we'll end. Folkred, I don't really care what you've got. You're going to lose to my army. Same with Rickbert.
We attack!
So we'll get Dunyard back and then we'll settle there. So basically we're starting again, but 60 turns in, and now we're fighting Isengard instead. But we have no eco to speak of. We lose money. But we can hold We know that we can hold Rohan, and Rohan will now whittle themselves away against Isengard, who they should lose against. But we'll just see if the position they've put themselves in and how strong they currently are will impact. Alright, so we've got Glehu and we've got Yagthak. We haven't got Freka, sadly, but it is what it is. I'm going to come over here on, again, the presumption that they might attack me. So being up on the hill is a better position for us. One line.
The enemy have brought up more men.
Oh, the reinforcements are flanking us. They are coming. They are coming to attack us. Pike line, move forward. You fellows take the line. Right, you're then going to deal with this Rohan army. And you are going to turn around and deal with the reinforcements that come in from the other side. Everyone's going to sprint. Cavalry will help you, though. Cavalry will help you. Are you charging into me? No, you're skirmishers. Kill these if you can. Oh, they got a ballister crew. Oh, of course we knew that already, didn't we? Interesting that they are attacking us, because I think they do have the range superiority, so it just seems random. No real telling how and when an AI is going to attack you. Yagthak's probably going to get shot if you move him up there, actually, because of the ballister crew. Peasant scouts. Right, the pikes should hold. That won't be a problem. Here come the reinforcements. 4 of them aren't there, I think. Peasant scouts are the captain again. We've managed to get them to flank round the back. They are prone. They are open to a charge, though. But we'll see how we get on.
The battle is very much in our favour. Victory will be ours.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. As the beating music plays. Dun 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 dun. How many have we lost? 17 plays 42.
The enemy are badly bloodied.
Meaning of the universe.
They have lost half their men.
Right. Yeah, they are charging him. You've got to go. You've got to go, and you've got to go now. Pike line, you may push forward and attack these fools. Oh no, I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to do that because Glehuin will get himself killed, won't he? Because he's an idiot. Some cavalry around there, but the bulk of our army on this southern side. There we are, they're routing. Get the footmen there routing.
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Go and help them. There's the general. Don't know where he's off to, but someone needs to deal with him, please. Oh, is he going to save the pikes?
The enemy general flees like the coward he is. Press onward and break the spirit of his army. Only half the enemy force remains.
Right, so the captain-led army is leaving. And all we really need to do now is kill Rickbut. But cavalry has that annoying feature whereby they just run through your units as if your units don't exist.
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
He in position? Oh, where did he go? Yeah, he's run right back past us.
Behold how our cowardly foe runs.
Oh, is he running?
It's time to press the attack.
No, it's the other team that's running. Someone kill him. Look at that. Did you see how many of those he just killed? There are 3 of them.
The battle is very much.
There are 3 of them.
Flees like the coward he is.
Oh, and he's going to get away.
And break the spirit of his army.
Are you faster than him? Oh, Yagthak's trying to bring him down. No, he's over.
Be awed by the victory we have won.
740, that's more money to be made, less mouths to feed. And Dunland is back in our hands, I think. We captured as many people as we could capture. So that should be it. We'll be able to hold Dunland for a long time. We've got 4 pike units. Rohan just can't crack us with 4 pike units. So now we're just going to try and build. Enedwaith are also snowballing outrageously. The fact that that they even were sieging Mythlond before turn like 100 is outrageous. Oh no, they won't. We won't get the city, will we? Because Rickbut made it out alive.
Your orders, my
Oh, of course.
We shall engage.
1 man.
We shall prevail.
Yes.
This game hates me sometimes.
I respect you, my enemy.
Can you get to my people?
With honor.
No, he can't hit us. Alright, so we're going to get Dunland next time.
I respect you, my enemy.
We will... Oh, maybe we should try and ally with these people.
Yes, my lord. What is it you wish to discuss?
No, we can't, can we? Because you're at war with Enedwythe and Moria, who are both allied to me.
Good day to you.
Come on, Enedwythe. Let's do something, please. You've got outrageous strength. You're swimming in money and wealth and strength. I'm really interested to see what Rohan are going to do now that Isengard have just appeared behind them. Because they've got so many troops here.
Approaching quietly.
So many troops.
Your orders, my lord. Yes, my lord.
Alright, that's where I'm going to end it, though. So that's Dunland for this week. There'll be another Reunited Kingdom episode, and I do hope you enjoyed the Age of Empires episode, given that it was a ranked game, not a dip play. Before now, that's your lot. I'd welcome your thoughts on the episode as certain as it's gone as far, and we'll now be attacking Isengard instead of Rohan. We'll see how we get on, but we're going to need to sit back for a little bit and try and build these up, make them a little bit more financially viable, and if we can, just steal some of these regions from Rohan. But remember, we are at war with Isengard as well, so they might come for us because of the player. The AI just hates players. We'll have to wait and see. But for now, that's your lot. So thank you very much for watching, and until we speak again, Navair Naden Pedamad Melonin, and farewell.